Hello, my great and wonderful students. Good evening and welcome to my class once again. My name is Dixon Obonayigwe, PhD. I am here to facilitate CSS 133 titled Introduction to Criminology 1. Please sit back attentively and be part of this one-hour conversation. Today, we are going to be talking about definitions of criminology. As you all know, that criminology is multifaceted discipline that has several definitions to its meaning. People from different perspectives give meaning and explanation to the course criminology. By introduction, criminology is a multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary social science discipline drawing from law, philosophy, biology, psychology, and sociology to explain human behavior. It deals with the scientific understanding of crime, criminality, criminogenics, and criminalistics. Basically, crime appears to be a sociological concept and does not exist as an autonomous entity, but is socially constructed. The objective of this topic 1 is going to be derivable at the end of this topic. It is expected that you should be able to define extensively what criminology is all about, state the extent and the nature of criminology, understand the societal norms and values as they affect criminology, explain the different categories of values and how it affects crime. Going through this course, like we said earlier in the introductory stage of the course outline, each topic contains self-assessment exercise and tutor mark assessment called TMA. Class attendance, of course, attracts 5% of the mark of the 100% of the 100 marks, while TMA is graded against 25%. You are required to submit the tutor mark assignment for assessment purposes. At the end of the course, you will be required to write a final examination called e-exam, and this stands for 70% of the 100 marks. It is needful for us to emphasize this assignment schedule so that you will be in the know and in remembrance, to keep you in remembrance of what need to be done. We are going into looking into the branches of criminology. As you know, there are several branches of criminology. Major of them are penology, the study of penal sanctions or punishment. Victimology, the study of rehabilitation of the victims of crime. Criminalistics, the methods of investigation and detection of crime, especially the job of law enforcement agencies and forensic experts. Administration of criminal justice involving the police, the courts, and the prisons. And finally, the empirical research in criminology. This endeavor undertakes analyzing crime data with regards to arrest, conviction, and sentencing. Criminology as a legal subject. The criminologist focuses more on how and why crimes are committed rather than who did it and providing proof of guilt. Sykes defines criminology as the study of social origin of criminal law. Sutherland, on the other hand, and Creasy define criminology as the body of knowledge regarding delinquency and crime as social phenomena. The process of making laws, of breaking laws, and the reacting to the breaking of law. Criminology as an inter or intradisciplinary subject. Modern criminological ideology is composite, eclectic, and multidisciplinary. Psychoanalysis criminology is the basis of Sigmund Freud's analysis of crime. To Freud, crime and delinquency are consequences of imbalance between the three factors of the subconscious mind: the id, the ego, and the superego. The functionalism criminology is the structural functionalism paradigm of Robert K. Martins and Talcott Parsons. To these philosophers, cum criminologists, crime is both functional and dysfunctional. Another philosopher, cum criminologist, is Erving Goffman, who in his symbolic interactionist criminology see behavior not in terms of what it means to others and society, but to what it means to you, the actor. Marxist criminology, on the other hand, sees criminal behavior arising from the wider social condition or social structure of political economy. By implication, suggesting that the place of man on the ladder of class predisposes him to criminality or to vulnerability. Carol Smart is a feminist criminologist who is rather a radical perspective, whose idea is rather a radical perspective of criminology, focusing on the economic disadvantage being the primary cause of crime. She claims that social, economic, and cultural liberation of women will lead to an increase in traditional masculine behavior for or against crime. It is at this point that we draw the curtain for today's class, hoping that we'll meet again for the next class, where we'll be discussing definition of criminological concepts. I want to thank you so much for finding time to be in this class. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed every bit of the class. Goodbye.